Okay. Boy, that's only half of them. Welcome to Sarah Overbooked. I am Sarah, and this is the first book haul of 2026. So everything I have acquired from January till now, which is May 9th. Let's just start in. First, I'm going categories from smallest to largest. So the smallest category is books given to me, and that would just be this, Needful Things by Stephen King. My father bought and read this and passed it on to me. So Needful Things is story about a store that opens up, that people make deals with the proprietor for things that they think that they need, and buyer beware, basically. That's the very, very simplistic plot of this one. I saw the movie of it a long time ago when I was a little kid. I liked it. I've always wanted to pick this up, never did, so I'm glad that I got it. There's that one. And now we are moving on to books I bought from brick and mortar stores that I have gone to in the months. So the first one will be The Memory Police by Yoko Ogwana. I'm pretty sure I butchered the name, and I apologize. This is about a dystopian world where words disappear, and there's a section of the police that go around and make sure that when the word disappears, the things itself disappear, so that there's no confusion. I'm sure it's much more detailed than that, but that's what I can remember. I thought it sounded really interesting. It's an older book, but it's been popping up on BookTube recently again, and so I thought I would pick it up. 2019, not that old, but older. So I got that one. And then I got a whole bunch of Stephen Graham Jones, because when I went into, I always go and check to see what Stephen Graham Jones they have at the stores, bookstores when I go in, and usually it's just the normal ones that everybody's reading, the Angel Lake trilogy, Only Good Indians, ones I already have. But this time they had a bunch of the older ones, his old school stuff. The cat is knocking the table, so if it's shaking, I'm sorry. But I can only do so much with these animals sometimes. This is It Came from Del Rio by Stephen Graham Jones. And this one is about a smuggler with a job that's too good to be true to get something over the border. And it being Stephen Graham Jones, I'm sure things are going to go wrong. And there's bunnies on the cover. Evil looking bunnies. So I'm interested. I've never heard of this one before. I'm interested in it. They had a bunch of his short story collections also, but since I'm not a big short story girly, I just basically grabbed all the ones that were actual, I mean, they're novellas, but one story per book. This is The Long Trial of Nolan Dugatti by Stephen Graham Jones. I've never heard of this one before either. I read the synopsis and it doesn't really give you much. Nolan's father did multiple suicide attempts. I don't know if he succeeded at some point or not. He is something about a video game and a customer service job. I don't know, but it's Stephen Graham Jones and I picked it up. And then the last one they had that wasn't a short story collection was The Gospel of Z. Another, I want to say another zombie story from from Stephen Graham Jones. The other one that I'm referring to being, what is it? It was one of my favorite books of last year. Hold, please. Okay. My coffee was burning. Okay. Anyway, so the other zombie book that I'm referring to is Zombie Bake Off by Stephen Graham Jones, which was one of my favorites of 2025. But this is the Gospel of Z, where a plague turns humans into the undead and story ensues. So I picked that one up. And then I also picked up on the bookseller's recommendation, Address Unknown by Catherine Cressman Taylor. This is an epistolary story, short obviously, about living in the time of World War II. So just as Hitler is coming into power is what it says. Revealing the dangers of Nazism early on, it says. The bookseller sold it well, so I picked it up, and we'll see if I do enjoy it. And that is all that I actually bought at a brick and mortar store. The next category is going to be Book of the Month books that I picked up. First one, The Last Breath, or Her Last Breath by Taylor Adams. Loved No Exit. Liked, what is it? Was it Famous Last Words or The Last Word? The Last Word. It's over there on the shelf. So I have to try Her Last Breath. Hopefully it's just as good as those. I did not read Hairpin Turn or whatever that other one was of Taylor Adams that I've heard is not as good as any of his other books. But this is about spelunking, and it reminds me of The Descent, the movie, and so I am really interested in that. And yes, I'm sorry I'm not giving very good synopses of these books, but I don't like to read the synopses and get any spoilers for books that I get. If there's anything I like about that I hear about it, I just want to know. And then I also got How to Kill a Guy in 10 Days. This one is a title buy. I like the title. I like the premise of the title, so I bought the book. That is a 25% thing with me. 75% of the books that I bought for the title I've liked. 25 I have not. Hopefully this one I will like. It's romance, so that may be against it, but again, my cat is on my lap and he's rubbing on the table, so if it shakes, I'm sorry. Romance, but it's also a horror comedy, so I might like it, I might not, but yes. How to Kill a Guy in 10 Days by Shaylee Thompson. And then I got Wild Dark Shore because it was the Lolly and I hadn't read it, and you get it for free if you're a member, so I got it. By Charlotte McConaughey. I've heard mostly good things. There are some people that didn't like it, but most of the people that I've heard that read it did like it. So I figured why not? It was free. I'm sorry, the cat. What is it about? Something about a family on an island and the end of the world, I think. I don't know. And then I got a retelling. Lady Tremaine by Rachel Hochhauser. Again, if I mispronounce these names, I am sorry. This is a retelling, and that's all I need to know. It's a retelling. I will try it because I like me some retellings. The Myth of the Evil Stepmother at the heart of the world's most famous fairy tale. This is a fairy tale retelling. This is the story of the evil stepmother. So, again, I like retellings. If they're written well, I'm all for them. I will try them all anyway. If I can get my hands on them, I will take them. So, Evil Stepmother retelling. And then I got Agnes Ogbert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. Why did I get this one? Partly because of the title, and partly because when my book club was doing a vote for what book to read in April, we were doing new releases. A lot of people did name this one, so I thought, why not? We'll give it a try. It's a cozy fantasy. Do I know anything more than that other than Agnes has a mystical cat shelter? I don't. But we'll see if I like it. I also got T. Kingfisher's Wolfworm. 2 reasons. 1, it's T. Kingfisher. 2, it was my book club book of the month for April. This is the one that won. I just hit myself in the face with that. This is the one that won the poll for new release for April for the book of the book club, for my book club. I didn't read it. I even had an arc of this and I didn't read it. So I will be reading it this month. Hopefully I can get it in with the other book club books that I need to read. What is it about? I have no idea. It seems that this one is one of her horrors. It's a gothic tale. So far, those are the only ones that I've done, are her horrors and her fairy tale retellings. I haven't gotten to any of the others. And now I'm just babbling and trying to pick this up because, yeah, I just worked that. Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, that's all I know. I know very little about these books, but I will read them and hopefully enjoy them. And then I have C.G. Drew's newest one, You Did Nothing Wrong. I believe, like their other books, this is YA. YA horror. Could be adult. Doesn't really say. I haven't read their other books. I have Hazelthorn, but I don't have Don't Let the Forest In. I want it. I want to read it. Book of the month doesn't get many horrors, so I get excited when I see horror and I just buy it, which is bad, even though they really haven't disappointed me yet with their horrors. So I just keep doing it. This is what's the main character's name? Elodie. Elodie has a son, an autistic son, and she meets a guy, and at first it's all good, and then things happen. That's this type of story. Can be good, can also maybe not be good. And the last one I've gotten from Book of the Month since the beginning of the year is The Natural Way of Things by Charlotte Wood. They have new categories that they're doing, and this is one of the offset, I believe they call it, where this one is women awaken from a drugged sleep to find themselves imprisoned in a broken down property in the middle of a desert. I thought that sounded interesting, so I got it. I had never heard of this before, and hopefully I find a new interesting, at least, or favorite. I do need to go get, I realized I also bought and read Mocha. I read this as an ARC and I liked it so much I bought the book when I saw it was available because I would love to reread this. I thought it was great. At some point there'll be a review up on the channel. Mocha by Monica Kim. In Korea, Mocha is a slang for a spy camera that men use to spy on women in uncomfortable places, bathrooms, dressing rooms, etc. And we follow, what is her name? Danye. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Danye, where she gets wrapped up in one of these scandals. It is, if you liked The Eyes Are the Best Part, I would recommend this one. I think this one is much better than her last book. So, yeah. Mocha by Monica Kim. And that is all that I've gotten. There's only 8 there. I mean, only. That's not bad for 5 months. But 8 books from Book of the Month since the beginning of the year. Then we get to our biggest stack, which is the Aardvark books. Since the beginning of the year. Yep, there's 11 there. 11 books. I'm glad I found Aardvark because I do like their selection. I also like that you can only get 3 a month. They limit you so that I can't get too many. But I very rarely skip a month because I like their selections. But to start us off, Nowhere Burning by Catriona Ward. I got this because I liked The Last House on Neela Street. I really liked the way that was written. The main plot twist I figured out pretty quick, but there was a smaller plot twist in there that I didn't get, and I enjoyed that also, that she got me on one of her smaller twists, at least in that book. So I wanted to try another one of hers, and I figured why not have it be a new one instead of a backlist. So Nowhere Burning, again, I don't know. Harrowing tale of survival that places the dark fairy tale of Peter Pan and the ruthless dangers of Lord of the Flies into unforgiving maw of Colorado Rockies. I liked Lord of the Flies. I'm not a big fan of Peter Pan, but we'll see what she does with that. And then I got The Red Winter by Cameron Sullivan. I got this basically based off of a recommendation by Coffee Over Apples YouTube. She read it, an arc of it, and said it was wonderful. She loved it. So I saw that it was a option for Aardvark that next month, and I got it on that recommendation. It's a retelling of a story I don't know. I don't think it says which story it is a retelling of, but I do know it is, I don't remember which story it is, but it is a retelling of a story. I just don't know the original story, but it is, let's see if I can remember. The main character, what is his name? His name is Sebastian. He's a professor. He had hunted down this beast. I could be getting this wrong, but he had hunted down this beast and in the past, and it has come back. But he doesn't want to hunt it down again. He doesn't want anything to do with it, mostly because of another person involved with the beast who is part demon. I think he's in love with her or something like that, I think. It is based in 1785 and around the French Revolution, I believe. So there's that. And then I got myself a science fiction, After the Fall by Edward Ashton. This is a dystopian where it explores if humans would be good pets, basically. I know nothing else about it. It just sounded fun, and it's a satire-ish. Also, it's supposed to be, so we'll find out. And then The Caretaker by Marcus Clure. I always say that wrong. If I remember correctly, this is Macy is looking for a job. She sees a posting for a caretaker. It's too good to be true. Or she applies for it anyway, and she goes and becomes a caretaker at a secluded place in Colorado, I believe, and weird things start happening. So, sounded interesting. Again, I don't think... Oh, that's not true. I have passed up a couple of their horrors, but not very often, and I usually get them later. So, might as well just get them when I can. Then I also got The Girl with a Thousand Faces. This is based on folklore. The Girl with a Thousand Faces by Sunny Dean. This is fantasy horror. I believe it's based in Hong Kong or Asian, based on some Asian folklore. The main character loses her memory, and we'll wait till the cat's done peeing. Okay. The main character, I believe she loses her memory, washes up on the shore of Hong Kong, and she is confronted with ghosts and spirits, and she is figuring out secrets from her past. I know nothing else about this other than it is very well liked. Has a 4.28, I believe, on Goodreads, so I'm glad I got that one. And then I just hit myself in the face again. It's gonna be one of those days. I picked up Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker. I have not read Bat Eater yet. I do have it. I keep looking at it, but I don't pick it up. I don't know why. But this one was also neck and neck with Wolfworm for our April book club pick. And that is why I picked this one up when I saw it was available. And hopefully I'll be able to read it this month and do a review for the book club for that also. But what it is about, I was not going to even tell you. It's a dual timeline about people living centuries apart that find a door, connecting door to it? A door that connects their world, based in Japanese folklore. So, sounds good. And another book that I have already read, Burn Down Master's House by Clay Kane. This is basically 4 stories that are interwoven and connected about slaves back in the days before the Civil War. It's about retribution and rebellion among the slaves, and it was good. I liked it. It will make you uncomfortable. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. That's what this story is meant to do, and it does it very well. I recommend this one also. I also got Our Sister's Keeper by Jasmine Holmes. And I don't know what this one's about anymore. Mississippi 1927. This is based in 1927 in a fantasy town where the women can pull memories from the men. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. It was labeled as a horror. It is labeled as a horror, and that's why I got it. It's a little vague, so I won't be able to tell you exactly what's going on till I read it. And that stack is gonna fall over. And then I got a thriller, It Should Have Been You by Andrea Mara. And this one, I believe... yes. Okay, this is a case of somebody sent an email. It didn't go to the right people. Accidentally sent it to a bunch of people in the neighborhood instead of just to her sister, I believe. And it was a bunch of gossip and, you know, whatnot about the neighbors, and people start taking revenge, I guess. I thought it sounded interesting. I'm not in my thriller era, but I don't want to count them out completely. Yep, there goes the stack. Let's see if I can get it to stay. There we go. Almost done. And then I also got This House Will Feed, another horror from Aardvark by Maria Turode. I know I pronounced that wrong. This House Will Feed, I just needed the title and I knew I was going to get it. I want to read all the creepy house stories. This is also a dark historical fiction based in 1848 Ireland. And during the Great Famine, our main character confronts... What does she confront? Hidden memory. Oh, there's hidden memory. Our main character confronts hidden memories. I believe our main character is a servant to the lady of the manor. So she's confronting hidden memories, great powers found, and what else? Oh, ancient power. Strange ancient power. So she's confronting hidden memories and finds a strange ancient power going on in this house that she's working in, I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I think is going on here. We're not even going to add that to the stack. And the last one I got, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but it's horror and it's a Aardvark pick, and I relented and I just decided I'd give it a shot. It's by Saratoga Schaefer, Tradwife. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it because I'm not big on the mother stories and I don't like pregnancy stories, so we'll see. But this is where a trad wife is trying her best to show, you know, be perfect online like they do, but she's having trouble becoming pregnant and she makes a deal with a power, I believe, and things go bad. So yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, but we'll find out. And that's it. That is what I got for everything that has come into my house for the first 5 months of, well, 4 months and 9 days of 2026. That, it seems like that, but it also could be worse. I've seen hauls that are this much in just a month. I try not to buy more than I can read in a month. Now, the problem with that is I already have a bunch of books that I haven't read, so that I do get behind and I stay behind, and there you have it. That is my book haul, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.